Okay, in this video, I want to talk to you about making listening and hearing your personal ministry, very gratifying ministry. And you can do it anywhere, as I've said, because people will seek you out and talk to you and get peace, forgiveness, love, when otherwise they wouldn't know where to find it. They find it because you position yourself in such a place that they find you and pour out their hearts to you or ask for your help or advice. Do you believe that there are some people who go through their whole lives having nobody to listen to them? Maybe 90% of the people who've lived, nobody has ever listened to them. It's a fact. It's a sad fact. And it's one that you can do something about in your own small way by being there for some of those people in your life. When people get older, 70 or older, they look back over their lives and wonder if their lives have meant anything to anybody. Maybe they got their name on a plaque one time, on a building, but the building was torn down, the plaque was destroyed. Maybe they wrote a book and nobody read it. Maybe they worked as a cog on an assembly line and felt that their lives meant absolutely nothing. That's sad. Maybe they had a miserable life and never had anybody to talk to them about that and were just sad and miserable all their lives. But some of those people can find happiness because you will make yourself available to them, either in the shepherding program or as an individual. There are some people who are married and he or she will make loving the other person his or her ministry. Now that's a high calling. And if you watch the movie Sleepless in Seattle, at the end of the movie, that old guy, what's his name? I can't remember now. He sings the song about make just someone happy. Well, that's what he's talking about. You make just someone happy and loving that person. That's a high calling of God. Another way, of course, is to become a minister and help in the salvation of hundreds of people. That's another high calling of God, but not everybody's going to do that. And you might be one of the cogs in the assembly line and yet be a listener and a hearer and make people's otherwise miserable lives happier and more meaningful because you're willing to listen. The fact is, though, that if you do have this type of personal ministry, you're never going to know exactly what you've done. There are going to be lots of situations that you don't know anything about. Now, there'll be times you'll be talking to a suicidal person. And because you listen and hear them, they won't commit suicide. They might even grow up and have a child who cures cancer or becomes an inspirational writer or pens a hymn like Amazing Grace. These things are going to happen, and when you help one person, you're going to help the whole family and the family members that come afterwards because of some influence you had over the one. I mean, that's incredible. My favorite story is allowing a woman to turn left in a very busy intersection. And when she turned left, traffic covered up and I couldn't take a right, but she was trying to turn left so she could get to the hospital and speak to her mother before she died. She got there just in time and was able to feel forgiveness from her mother. Her mother felt forgiveness from her. They were able to say, "I love you," before the mother died. But you will do this for others and you won't know that it happened. You'll have no way of knowing. So you just take it for granted. If you start having a personal ministry of listening and hearing now, by the time you die, you will have touched hundreds, thousands, perhaps millions of people. You will never have to wonder if your life meant anything, because it will. It will have meant a lot. It will have meant a lot more probably than being a famous sports figure or a famous coach. Having this as your personal ministry is just no finer ministry than that. And so if you don't have a personal ministry of any kind, this is a good one to have. All you got to do is take the course, learn how to listen, how to hear, and then go out and position yourself in life so people can find you. And I wish you Godspeed.